Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a long-term review of the Apple Magic Keyboard. I'm going to be comparing it to a few things, and we're going to talk a little bit of my experience on Linux using it, and X, Y, and Z. So, first I'll get into just why I bought it. Basically, like, a while back, I got a Mac Mini, like a used one, and I wanted to get like the full Mac experience. You know what I mean? So I got it because the command and option button and all that sort of stuff. I just wanted it to fit in well with Mac OS when I use Mac OS. I used Mac OS for about, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, and I was just like, nah, dog. And I put Arch Linux on the Mac Mini, and I loved it. It's hooked up to my TV. I use it for a bunch of different things. But I stopped using the Apple keyboard on that, and I started using the Apple keyboard on my kitchen and my PC. I have a kitchen set up in my PC up to a TV so I can watch stuff and I can look up recipes if I need to, or, order stuff from Amazon, X, Y, and Z. Um, which is kind of what I use when I'm like cooking and doing stuff in my kitchen. So I've been using the Apple Magic Keyboard with that mainly. And because it's just nice to have you know, just a very lightweight, small thing I can mess around with. So my experience with low profile keyboards has actually started just back during last Black Friday. They were doing a sale on the Red Dragon Azure, and it was like 35 bucks. And I'm like, dude, I'll pick that up. I've never used a low profile keyboard. My main keyboard, I'll show you my main keyboard. My main keyboard is this. This is a Royal Kludge R75. I got it for like 50 bucks or something like that. The keys are very nice on it. I swapped out the keycaps for different keycaps. Um, I forget what switches are on here, but it's like a pretty chunky boy. It's pretty thick, right? And I do really enjoy this keyboard. I can go super fast on this, and it just feels good while I type. But I use other keyboards. Like this is my main keyboard, but yeah, anyway. So I got this the Red Dragon is Azure, which is this. Um the typing experience on this is pretty good. It's not my favorite, but it's been okay. And this is the keyboard I originally used on my kitchen PC. And it's pretty low profile. Now, in comparison, hold on, let me unplug my this Apple keyboard. In comparison, now look, you see how thin that is? Here, we'll stack them on top of each other so you get a good idea. If you can see, that's like considerably thinner. And basically, it's like almost like just tapping your fingers on the table when you type on it. Now, I was mainly curious about this keyboard because I had seen a bunch of speed typing videos on YouTube, and I frequent monkey type. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to get better. Um, Hold on. Let's change views here. All right. So like, hide this monkey type, right? Let's see. We'll bring it up. I had noticed. Let's find it. The leaderboards right here. I noticed there's a few people on the leaderboards that use the Apple Magic keyboard, right? Like this guy right here. He's got the Apple Magic. So I'm like, oh, I'm wondering if I can type faster, if everything's gonna work better if I use this. So, that's why I bought it. Now, using it on Linux, you got to do a couple things, and I'll just glaze over that real quickly. Uh, so let's see. Um, we're gonna look something up on the Arch Wiki real quick. So basically, if you go here, there's some things you can change. Uh, my main things I wanted to change is the F keys didn't work out of the box. They were set as the media keys, and I don't use media keys at all. I have all that sort of stuff set to keybinds, so it's like, nah, I'm good. And then the other thing is the command and option, or meta and option, or super and option, or super and alt, or whatever you want to call them. They're switched around, right? Because all these proprietary people, they need to have their own way of doing stuff, right? So you got to swap that around. So basically what you got to do, let me see. Okay, so let me just look this up in you got a CD here, right? And then if I go into here, you have this hid_apple.conf, right? So basically you got to edit this as sudo, right? Or you create, sudo touch hid_apple.conf, and then you come in here, and these are the two lines you got to add. So this first line is what changes it so the function keys work like the function keys instead of media keys, right? And then the second one swaps, super and alt, so they're in the right places. And then, yeah, and then I can basically, just use my thing like I. Everything works pretty good. Now speed increases for me. I do see a lot more of a speed increase when I use this. However, my typing is so all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It is what it is. The keyboard itself was $100. Now, would I spend that normally? No. If I didn't care for having the Mac experience at the point in time, the impulsiveness of that, um, I probably would have never have bought this keyboard. But I'm glad that I did, because it is phenomenal. It's just the amount of movement that it takes to like type is so minimal. I don't think I've typed on anything like this ever in my life. Yeah. And then, okay, so Bluetooth, right? This does have Bluetooth. You have to set up that sort of stuff. It's in that same Arch Wiki page. And yeah. So overall, like, if I had to rate, I still think my main keyboard is my favorite thing to type on, but this would be my second most favorite thing to type on. I do have another Red Dragon keyboard. It's garbage. Let's be real. It's basically this keyboard, but like the Red Dragon version. And I don't know. I get weird key press stuff going on, this and that. I haven't had any weird key press stuff going on with the Apple Magic Keyboard. Um, yeah. I think that's about it. I don't think I got much else to say. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. It's where that main other one's like a 8.7. You know what I mean? This would be an 8 out of 10 on that. Anyways, if you like the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me your keyboard stuff in the comments. What kind of keyboard you use. If you have any suggestions, switch suggestions. I'm not like an expert on all this stuff. I just know from like my experience of using things. I'm like a like a light press, like a 39 gram or lighter. Is there a lighter? Light press sort of linear key. I don't like tactile. I don't like buckling spring or like any of that crap. I'm a linear guy. You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh yeah. Link to the Discord, all that sort of stuff. Uh, I hope you guys have a good day and you're enjoying the nice weather. Yes, I know, I cut the beard off. It's been extremely hot. I work in a kitchen. Come on, give me a break. Later, dudes.